There was once a traveler who set out on a long journey across distant lands, carrying with him a small fortune he had saved through years of hard work. His plan was simple: explore the world, gain new experiences, and return home wealthier in both knowledge and money. At the beginning of his journey, he was careful with his spending. He chose modest inns, ate simple meals, and kept a strict record of every coin that left his purse. He often reminded himself that fortune can vanish as quickly as it is gained if not managed wisely. But as the months passed and his adventures grew more exciting, the traveler began to relax his discipline. One day he stayed in a luxurious inn, telling himself it was just for comfort. Another day he bought expensive clothes to impress strangers he would never meet again. Soon he convinced himself that since he had money, he deserved to enjoy it freely. His ledger, once neatly organized, now gathered dust in his bag. The traveler stopped keeping track of his expenses, believing his wealth would last. What he failed to see was that small, careless decisions, repeated often, can drain even the fullest purse. At one city market, he spent gold on trinkets that held no real value. At another, he entertained crowds of new friends by paying for feasts, drinks, and games, enjoying the applause but ignoring the silent cry of his dwindling fortune. Each night he promised himself he would return to his careful ways the next day. Yet each day he found a new reason to indulge. Weeks later, as he crossed a dusty road toward the final leg of his journey, the traveler reached into his pouch only to find a handful of coins where once there had been many. Shock and panic filled him. He retraced his steps in his mind, realizing that his fortune had not been lost suddenly but slowly, little by little, through undisciplined spending and neglect of his own financial principles. Arriving home with little more than stories and regrets, he was reminded of a painful truth. Wealth is not only about how much you earn, but about how well you protect and manage it. The traveler's lost fortune was not stolen by thieves or destroyed by disaster. It slipped away because he ignored the value of discipline and consistency. His story teaches us that money management is not about denying yourself enjoyment, but about creating balance between spending, saving, and investing. It is about recognizing that small leaks can sink a great ship. If you have wealth today, no matter how small or large, remember the lesson of the traveler. Do not wait until your purse is empty to realize its worth. Track your spending, set clear goals, and remind yourself that money is a tool, not a toy. Use it wisely to build a future where both your experiences and your fortune grow together. And if you ever feel tempted to spend carelessly, think of the traveler's journey and his empty purse at the end of the road. His fortune was lost, but his story remains as a guide for us all to be wiser with the wealth we hold today. If you found value in this story, remember to subscribe to this channel for more inspiring lessons about money, wealth, and success. Your journey toward financial wisdom starts with a single choice, so make the right one today.